Welcome, amazing soul. You are standing in the middle of a massive energetic shift. And honestly, this transformation is so powerful that your old life cannot survive it. Certain people, habits, relationships, fears, and emotional patterns are already collapsing because your spirit is moving into a completely different level now. And the craziest part, this shift started quietly. At first, it looked like confusion, emotional exhaustion, delays, feeling disconnected from people you once felt close to. You may have even questioned yourself recently, wondering why your energy suddenly felt different around certain situations, why your tolerance became lower, why your intuition became louder, why you started feeling emotionally drained in places where you used to force yourself to stay. But those feelings were not random. Your soul was preparing for transition. There's also something very important here about emotional awakening. Over the past year especially, you've started seeing people more clearly than before. Hidden motives, emotional manipulation, fake support, conditional love. You began noticing things your old self would have ignored completely. And once your spirit saw the truth, it became impossible to unsee it. That's why so many relationships around you feel unstable right now. You are no longer energetically aligned with environments that require you to shrink yourself emotionally just to maintain peace. You've outgrown certain people without even trying to. And honestly, some of them can feel you slipping away. There's also strong emotional tension surrounding someone who underestimated your transformation completely. This person became comfortable with the older version of you, the version that over-explained, overgave, tolerated confusion, and stayed emotionally available even when receiving very little in return. But now your energy feels unreachable compared to before. You're calmer, sharper, more self-protective. And that sudden shift is making people panic internally because they can sense they no longer have the same emotional access to you. There's also powerful destiny energy surrounding your current path. Things are changing rapidly behind the scenes, even if external results haven't fully appeared yet. The universe is rearranging your life very carefully right now, removing unstable foundations and pushing you toward long-term stability instead. That process can feel uncomfortable emotionally because transformation often begins with collapse. And there has absolutely been collapse here. Some of you experienced heartbreak recently, others lost friendships, opportunities, financial security, routines, or versions of yourselves you thought would last forever. But the cards are showing something undeniable. Those endings were necessary because what's entering your life next requires a stronger version of you. There's also a huge shift happening around your confidence. For years, certain people benefited from your self-doubt. They felt emotionally safer when you questioned your own value. But recently, something changed internally. You started recognizing your worth more clearly. You stopped begging for understanding. You stopped trying to convince people to see your heart properly. And that change altered your entire energy field. Now people react to you differently. Some admire you more. Some fear losing access to you. Some secretly resent your growth. But nobody can ignore it anymore. There's also communication energy building very quickly around this transformation. Sudden truth surfacing, hidden feelings being revealed, people confessing things unexpectedly because your energy is forcing emotional honesty out of others now. You've become a mirror without realizing it. And mirrors make dishonest people uncomfortable. There's also strong departure energy here. You are emotionally leaving behind an old chapter permanently. That's why nostalgia feels heavy lately. Memories, old conversations, emotional flashbacks. Your spirit is processing the death of an old cycle before fully stepping into the new one. But make no mistake, this transition is already happening. There's no going backward now. There's also a person here who feels emotionally shaken watching your transformation unfold. This individual may have once believed they fully understood you. They thought they knew your limits emotionally. They assumed your heart would always remain available, no matter how they handled you. But now they're realizing something terrifying. You changed while they were distracted, and now they don't know how to reconnect with the new version of you. There's also powerful abundance energy surrounding your future. Stability, recognition, emotional fulfillment, long-term success. The universe is not removing things from your life to punish you. It's removing what cannot follow you into your next chapter. That's why certain separations feel so intense emotionally, because your spirit already knows they are permanent. There's also a strong spiritual protection surrounding you right now. Even during moments where everything felt chaotic emotionally, unseen forces were redirecting situations in your favor behind the scenes. Delays protected you, rejections protected you, endings protected you, and eventually you're going to look back and realize how many disasters the universe quietly removed from your path. There's also emotional maturity developing inside you rapidly now. You no longer romanticize inconsistency the way you once did. You no longer confuse emotional chaos with passion. You're beginning to crave peace more than intensity, stability more than temporary excitement. And that emotional evolution changes everything. Because now, your standards are rising naturally. There's also major relationship energy connected to this irreversible shift. Someone from your past still carries strong feelings for you, but they can sense your energy evolving beyond the old version of the connection. And honestly, it scares them deeply. Because now they understand your love was never guaranteed forever. There's also hidden jealousy surrounding your transformation. Certain people are watching your glow up silently, while pretending not to care. They notice your confidence, your emotional distance, your growing peace, your refusal to emotionally chase people anymore, and they don't know how to process it. Because the version of you they once felt emotionally superior to is disappearing rapidly. There's also massive spiritual awakening energy surrounding your intuition now. Your instincts have become frighteningly accurate lately. You can feel dishonesty faster. You can sense energy shifts immediately. You notice emotional manipulation almost instantly now. That sharpened intuition is part of your transformation too. Your soul is becoming harder to deceive. There's also a huge lesson here about surrender. Part of your old life had to collapse because you were holding on to things that no longer matched your destiny. And even though letting go hurt deeply, your spirit needed freedom to evolve properly. Now that freedom is creating momentum. Fast momentum. That's why things suddenly feel like they're accelerating emotionally, spiritually, financially, and energetically all at once. There's also strong recognition energy around your future. People are going to see your value differently very soon. Opportunities will arrive unexpectedly. Doors that once stayed closed will suddenly open. The same people who overlooked you before will begin treating you differently because your energy itself is becoming impossible to ignore. And honestly, that's going to shock a lot of people because many assumed your struggles defined your future, but your struggles were actually preparing your rebirth. There's also emotional healing happening underneath all this chaos. Even if you still feel tired sometimes, your spirit is becoming lighter, stronger, more aligned. You're slowly releasing survival mode after carrying emotional burdens for far too long. And once that release fully happens, your life changes permanently. There's also a beautiful new beginning trying to emerge through this transformation. New love for some of you, new purpose, new opportunities, new environments, new emotional stability. The universe is not simply changing one area of your life, it's rebuilding your entire reality. And because of that, this shift cannot be reversed. The old version of you already ended. The people who doubted your strength are about to witness a completely different energy from you now. One they cannot control. One they cannot emotionally manipulate. One they cannot underestimate ever again, because your spirit finally remembered its power. And once a soul fully awakens to its own worth, there is absolutely no going back. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I truly appreciate your support. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts, feelings, or messages to me, or even to the universe, in the comments below. If you'd like to support the channel further, you can make a small donation using the link in the description. Every bit of support means a lot. Please share this video with anyone who may benefit from it. Wishing you a life filled with peace, harmony, and joy each and every day.